Alright guys, today we'll be taking a look at a brand new One Piece game that just came out on Roblox. I'm actually not too sure what this one's all about. In fact, this game was recommended by one of you guys in the Discord server, so shout out to the homie that suggested this. You guys know me though, whenever there's a new One Piece game I get excited because I feel like in recent months, and in fact for the past year or two, we really haven't been getting much of them, and I miss all the new One Piece games that were releasing. I know some of you guys share that same thought, but regardless, let's dive into this and see if this one's any good. Alright guys, so we're in game. And I'm level 38 because for whatever reason, I'm not really quite too sure, but my mic wasn't recording. So I wasted like 30 minutes of gameplay just yapping away and doing jokes, and I was not recording. So I'm effectively on the second island right now. And I will tell you, this game actually is pretty cool. I'll show you guys exactly what I mean by that. So I'm here on this island because I wanted to talk to this guy again. I took on a quest from this dude. And he was super funny. His name is TY and his title's The Showerless. Like, this guy's talking about a revolution, and basically his stank is called Aura, and that's what the youngins like. And I don't know, it's just crazy, but he basically made me go take down people that wanted to incorporate the rule of like a shower per week, and he wasn't in accordance with that. He didn't want that. You see what I'm saying? Like, look what he's saying right now. He's saying, man, can a person just live their life without some progressive agenda? Well, at least some justice was served thanks to you. So never mind. I wanted to come back to this guy just to see if I could get a reward or something like that, but I guess we did it. So I am going to click the teleport home button here so we can teleport to the home area. In fact, I think I'll hop onto one of my alt accounts just so you guys can see how the start of the game typically is. But it's pretty cool. So we have obviously a stat panel here. Stats or stat resets cost the same amount as they do in block shoots, which by the way, on a side tangent, I am doing a series on block shoots, starting fresh, brand new, and I'm locked in and taking it serious on the main channel. So if you guys didn't know, go check out the main channel, and I have that series on there. So they do have a bunch of stuff here that you guys can buy in the store as far as like game passes. I ended up buying the starter pack. So the starter pack gives you a sword, some gold, a little armor, and a fruit. So the fruit that we got was the shadow fruit. That's what you get. So I'll show you guys the first ability for it, which is called Shadow Blast, and that's how that looks like. And then our sword is this, and you do rapid slashes with the sword, and as you guys can see, it looks pretty decent. Swords so far to me seem very broken. That's why I'm like hyper focusing on swords right now. But if I go back into the store, I can show you guys, you can do a gacha, you know, for 99 Robux. You can do an in-game gacha every 2 hours. Obviously it'll cost in-game like gold, cash, not the premium currency. And then you can buy perm fruits as well, which I thought was also pretty decent because compared to a lot of these other One Piece games that are like high quality or good, just like literal like block shoots rip props. Not saying that this one isn't, but and I'm not saying it is either. But what I am saying is that the fruit perm prices are not that bad. All right, some of these games launch and they have like fruits that are worth like 3, 4, 5,000 Robux, and I'm like, gang, you're not block shoots. You know what I mean? But yeah, let me show you guys this weapon in effect, and then I'll show you guys how the game officially starts off on my alt account. And bosses, by the way, I think I'll show you that too before we go on my alt account. Bosses also are pretty nice in the game. So again, this is my, you know, my first ability. As you guys can see, just really OP on the sword, dude. Swords are very, very OP. Also, let's show you my fruit, right? So let's go ahead and just get these guys to go around us. Here we go. And I think this game has a pretty good tutorial too, so I'll show that as well. So we have the devil fruit ability. As you guys can tell, not that amazing, but this sword, man, swords are like just really powerful in the game. Mind you, if I show you, this is a level 1 katana. So another thing I want to mention, because I mentioned armor before, is as you guys can see, oh, that is hilarious. So the guy actually did give me some soap. Remember the guy I was telling you guys about the aura and it was his stank? He did give me a soap accessory. Bro, this guy is crazy, dude. However, if you guys look at the stat bonuses, this one actually buffs our fruit, but we want stuff that's gonna buff our sword damage. So if we wanted to really buff our fruit damage, we would have gone with this combo here. I'll show you guys what I mean. Remember how we were doing like no damage before? So let me go ahead and just get these guys together, and we'll go ahead and use this ability, and you see how much more damage we're doing now. So yeah, this game's pretty cool in the sense that, albeit like a little bit sad that you don't get like any visual representation of your equipment changes, but at least you have like equipment slots for accessories, armors, headpieces, you name it. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, beyond that, you do have like different items that you can pick up as you're defeating enemies and whatnot. And then you can use that or those items to go into like a blacksmith, right? Every island so far that I've noticed has a blacksmith. You go talk to the blacksmith and you can choose, like, let's say for example, like a weapon or an armor piece, and it'll show you like how much of each material you would need in order to upgrade said, again, armor, item, whatever it is, right? Because you can do your weapon as well, as you guys can tell. All right, chat, so I'm on my alt account now, so I can show you guys how the game starts off, because again, my apologies, but my mic was muted for like 30 minutes or so. It's kind of crazy. So this account makes me laugh, bro, every time I'm on it. This is the account that I'm using on that series I mentioned on Block Shoots for the main channel, bro. I've been having a blast on that. But so yeah, this is how the game starts off, and then you talk to John here to take on your first quest. The game highlights everything for you. That's their way of doing like a little tutorial, which is also very much appreciated. I'm telling you, like, I feel like I'm glazing the game right now, just talking about everything. But I mean, it's really not that bad of a game. And for One Piece game standards, this is one of the better One Piece games. All right. So obviously our first ability is quick tackle on our melee, and you know, it's basically the same stuff. Like even on Block Shoots, you start off with, you know, those two same abilities, which is quick tackle and then a ground smash ability. So basically, like I said, as you guys can tell, everything's marked for you and it's really easy. You also have the compass that tells you, you know, your next main quest. And they basically have like, oh, by the way, they're telling us about stat points now and just upgrading these, as you guys can see. There you go. But they basically have, like, if I go around these villagers and stuff around the islands and you can talk to them, bro, they actually have like backstory to them, which is pretty cool. So there's like, look, we'll tell him like, what? He's like, I believe it's time for you to go home, bucko. Like, it's just random stuff. There's a dude on the second island. Oh my God, bro. Like, he is such like a boomer, bro. Like, I'm going to show you guys basically. Oh, and by the way, I should have shown you this as well. But when you go into a shipwright, this is something that I also like as well. And you choose, like, let's say the rowboat, the dinghy or whatever, it teleports you directly to your boat when you summon it. So I really like that feature too. But let's go to the second area. I'll show you guys that boomer NPC, and then I'll also show you guys the bosses. And for the bosses, we're probably gonna have to hop on, you know, my regular account, even though I was literally on the second island. I just finished the second island on my main account. So we'll continue from there, I guess, and do the boss on there. But bosses take about 8 minutes to respawn, which I found kind of weird. But bosses actually have like movesets to them too. So I think that's why they take so long to respawn, because they have that layer of complexity and they have, like, you know, pretty good drops. So, but as you guys see, the skybox changed, lighting changed. So we'll just go down over here. All right. So on this island, which is the second island, you guys see that we have a shopkeeper. So I'm not sure if it's on every island, but this island had a shopkeeper, and you can buy, you know, weapons, accessories, armors, even emotes. And you can do the same for Robux as well, as you guys can see with these items down over here. Damn, there's even an armor that gives you 2 times drop luck. That's pretty cool and OP. But let's go up here. And literally, this is the guy that I'm talking about. Like, bro, he yaps for ages. Look at his face too. Like, he's an angry old man, bro. Right? He's like, man, tending to fields is hard work. Your generation has it easy nowadays. Back in my day. And that's when I stopped reading originally when I talked to this guy, because I'm like, bro, this guy is just gonna be yapping about how hard he had it in his time and this, that, and the third, right? And just like, look, chat, like, he's a boomer, bro. He's a hater. He really is. And again, every villager and every NPC that I've talked to, I've noticed that they have their own little backstory and stuff to share with you. So that's pretty cool. That's something that we don't see in every One Piece game, and it makes you feel like more immersed in the game world. All the while they don't walk around and do anything else outside of like standing there. At least they have their own little backstory. So here's the boss NPC. I'll try to show you guys real quick what I mean about their moveset. So this guy has an ability where he goes up into the air and just slams down, as you guys can see. And I think that's the only like move he actually does, but they drop pretty good loot, at least for us starting off. So Let me hop onto the main account and then we'll fight him. Sheesh. Look at this guy with the Virgil outfit. Yeah, this guy is trippy. Damn, look at him, yo. Some of you guys be going crazy with your characters. I gotta get on the same type of timing, bro. For real. But anyway, we'll go ahead and buy ourselves a sailboat here just to move about a little bit quicker. All right, guys, and here we go. So we'll go ahead and take on this boss fight. And again, for now, I'm focusing on swordsmanship because being a swordsman is very rewarding, at least for now. Oh, I should probably... Yeah, let me go ahead and take on the quest for this boss anyways. But yeah, maybe when we unlock like future abilities on our fruit, we'll be good. But for now, I just feel like you do a really good amount of M1 damage with being a swordsman. And I don't know, it's just worth it, dude. Like with your fruit, you can't even M1. You're only bound by your abilities. And it's just like mastery gain is not that easy for me right now. So definitely a lot more noob friendly to be a swordsman, in my opinion, on this game. All right, chat, there you go. We got that done. And as you guys can tell, bosses respawn every 8 minutes. So I think like every subsequent boss, this is the first boss in the game, is probably gonna have a cooler moveset, more in depth and refined moveset. I'm not sure, I'm just assuming, but that's the only... This guy really stole my boat, yo. Twin, what are you doing? All right, you know what, I'm gonna just go with him. And when he gets off, what the hell? Yo, what the hell is that sign? Nah, I'm Teto. Like, what the... All right, whenever he gets off, I'll take my boat back and I'll go to the next island. But yeah, that was the first boss. So I think, you know, subsequent bosses are going to be, you know, harder and whatnot. And I do think this is one of those games where you're probably going to have to sit down while somebody's, you know, using their boat. All right, guys, we've made it to Sandtown. This is the third island officially in the game. And this is where we have to be at. So let's go down over here. We're going to set our home point here just in case, because I do not want to make my way back here from the starter island. So talk to this guy and we'll take on the bandit quest. And gotta go this way. So they do have like the fruit gacha over here. That's going to cost, by the way, I didn't show you guys the price for that. But for me at my level 30,000 gold, I obviously do not have anywhere near that amount gold right now. It's just, again, the freemium currency in the game, but it's hard to come by from regular NPCs where we're at. So go ahead and take on these guys here. We only got to kill 8 of them, so not too bad. So surprisingly, we got that quest done. Didn't get much EXP from the quest. Like I think it's because maybe we were already above level 30. But we got this quest. This quest is level 40, so we should get a good amount of levels here. And I think this might be a boss, but oh no, not really actually. All right, guys, we got that quest done, and yeah, we didn't really get that many levels actually. Alrighty, well, I just also realized that I'm not getting a lot of levels, probably because I don't have 2 times XP. What the heck, bro? I thought I had 2 times XP, but I didn't. All right, whatever. I'm also gonna end up buying auto quest because I'm genuinely liking the game. Hopefully you guys show good support. If you guys like the game too, just drop a like on the video, let me know that you like it, because I plan to make this a series. So I'll get that for now, but maybe in the following videos we can go ahead and pay to win, just get all the other stuff. But for now, we're gonna keep doing this quest until we know what happens next, which is probably just to move to the next island. But we're very close to unlocking my next ability, which is what I'm most looking forward to on our katana. Like, our one key ability, our rapid slash ability, is so good. I cannot wait to see like what we're gonna get with the tornado blade ability. That has to be insanely good too. All right, guys, and there you go. We just unlocked our next ability, which is again, tornado blade. We'll go ahead and use it on this guy. So we'll hold down our X key, and what? How did our first ability, like what? Our first ability is so good, and then I don't know. That was a little bit of a letdown, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, look, we're all by ourselves now. The other guy that was here with us isn't here, so this will be a better way to just like know if this ability is good. Well, I mean, it's good. It's good. It's just visually, I was expecting something more in line with the first ability, to be honest with you, but it's definitely good. You know, it has some knockback to a decent amount of damage, so all in all, not too shabby. By the way, guys, I was looking for some codes, thinking that I could find a code for a stat reset, but let me show you. The only code they have right now is effectively release in all caps. So make sure to use that code, and you guys will get some gold and some double XP. I think you get actually, I don't know, I didn't pay attention, but you should get some double XP out of that. Now, additionally, I'm gonna go all in on fruit real quick, because the reason why I wanted to do a stat reset was just to reallocate my build, because my build is like all over the place right now, just because I keep like switching it up and testing out different things. But if you pay attention, right? We get a 6.6 bonus to fruit from the soap, and then a 30.6 bonus to fruit from the robes, excuse me, that we have. So I think it'd be in our best interest to run a fruit build for now, because we get an additional 37 stat points on it, as opposed to hold on a minute, let me unfavorite that. So let's go ahead and equip these two. But yeah, as opposed to only 16 to our swords. So let's just try this out. And I know we can go into the next island right now because we're level 50, by the way. So we'll go there, but first, again, let's just check this out. So we'll go ahead and grab all these guys up. Maybe, hold on a minute, maybe I can get on top of this. Okay, never mind, I'm not gonna risk it. All right, let's go ahead and use our shadow blast. And yeah, we're just not doing enough damage, man. I can't really justify maining a fruit, maybe like when we unlock our second ability, but as it is right now, like it just takes too long to kill stuff off. And again, we don't even have our second ability, and we can't M1, which is the most like drastic thing of it all. But I mean, yeah, we got like 3 mastery levels from defeating all these guys here. So, but it took like 3 minutes, bro. Getting 25 masteries is gonna be a pain. Oh, you know what it is, by the way, chat? When we use the code, okay, you gotta remember, like, for some reason in this game, when you use codes or buy anything like in the Game Pass or like the bundle, the starter bundle, it'll actually go in the bottom left hand corner into your gifts, and you gotta click redeem here. So just make sure you guys do that, because I definitely did not remember to do that, and lo and behold. So right now, what I'm noticing the most effective strategy to get our devil fruit like mastery up is just to use our sword to get these guys low, and then just switch over to our devil fruit to finish them off, as you guys are seeing. All right, guys, so this should be it right here. After this move, we should have, and indeed, our next devil fruit ability here. So we're gonna use it. It's called Soul Bind. Brother! Oh, nah. Wait a minute. Brother, what? Okay. So definitely katanas or swords are a stronger start, but it seems that devil fruits are the way to go, bro. Because what do you mean? All right, let's do that again. Look, watch this. Look at this. And it seems that binds them in place. So maybe you're better off using that first and then using the second ability. Needless to say, that is crazy cool, bro. Oh my gosh. I like that. I really do. The VFX on that looks really nice, chat. Look at that. Not bad at all. All right. Well, on that note, guys, we're gonna wrap up our first time playing here. If you guys want to see this be a series and want to see more content, let me know. Drop a like on the video.